Welcome to a new lesson of Landing Pages Tip of an Iceberg course. This lesson is called Core Framework Behind Every Successful Landing Page. So we're going to go through what makes a successful landing page and what are like the high level bird's eye view components of that. Uh, let's see how it goes. So the base framework, this is very easy to remember if you're, especially if you're starting as a newbie. Always remember this four words: attract, connect, value proposition, and make your offer. Right? Very simple. We're going to dive in and see what all these four value means. So first one is attract. Attract is anything that's going to capture their attention. Sorry, and very simple as that. You can see attraction as something that's part of everything in the world when it comes to marketing, banners, billboards, uh, online advertisements, YouTube, everywhere there's always fight for attention. So this is very important. And the attraction component of a landing page is the headline. The headline is like the most important part of a landing page, a blog article, anything that you see online, because with these two or three lines, people manage to capture somebody's attention and let them give you the permission for you to uh, use some of their time to explain anything. So that's very important. There are whole articles devoted to how to write a magnetic headlines. Headlines has been a subject that has been continuously evolving. AKA clickbait. You know that clickbait is a title that's written to just capture your attention and pull them in. So clickbait is like a short-term strategy. It's going to go out in the long term. But go to the headline chapter of this course where I explain some of evergreen methods to pull your right audience in and filter away the wrong audience so that you can have their attention. So two other things that has to be considered on a landing page along with the headline is the above the fold graphic and the subheadline or the subtitle, whatever you call it. So now subheadline or the above the fold graphic is something that sometimes people greatly misuse or abuse even. Like sometimes people think that the fold, above the fold graphic is the thing that's going to capture somebody's attention, but it's never going to capture somebody's attention. It's just a photograph. It always exists to support your headline. If you don't get a proper above the fold graphic or a picture, just skip it, just throw it away, because the headline is what matters. But if you find something that can support the headline and kind of enhance the headline, definitely do it. Right? If you want to put a background for a headline, please do not make the headline and the background fight with each other. Right? The good test for this is squinting your eyes. Squint your eyes and see if the headline is still clearly visible. Otherwise, you need to make the graphic or the background become darker or lighter based on what is a font color. If you're using like a white font, make sure the background becomes darker so that the white font stands out. If you're making a dark font, make sure it becomes lighter so it stands out. And the sub headline is something that you can use to kind of complement the headline, because the headline, once it captures the headline audience attention, put a sub headline. One of the things that you can keep in mind is that try flipping your headline and sub headline and see if it makes more sense. Sometimes people do that, and it's called a flip the headline test. And if you flip it and if it makes more sense, leave it as it is. So the next one is connect. Connect is making a connection so that they feel like you understand them. So two things are used here. First one is empathize. So empathize is a section that talks about, that starts with do you or have you. If you remember the old cheesy advertisement, do you feel like you hate your job, and things like that, like the 80s marketers line. That's exactly what we're doing here, but keep it friendly, keep it professional. There's a whole section on how to write empathize sections in your landing page, but generally these are sections that start with do you or have you. So you have to talk about their frustrations, what they have tried, what they have not tried, what has been their life journey. So you can say, do you feel like you've done all the work yet not found any clients, or things like that. Another thing I want to talk about is empathize section also helps you filter the right people through. So you don't want to be spending time with people you don't want to work with. You don't want to be spending time with people who are not the right fit for your products or services. Because that's only going to make you waste more time, create frustrations, and cause all these problems. Second thing about connecting is you need to build trust. You are simply a nobody. Sometimes the trust is already built if you have a good authority on the internet, and people who have found your landing page through your other articles and videos and stuff like that. But in most cases, that doesn't happen. So trust is usually built through testimonials, certifications, and awards. If you don't have any of these, try to build some of them. Don't put fake testimonials, don't put fake awards and certifications. That's just going to hurt you negatively in the wrong way. So what you do is better. There is a section on how to validate your product. Go through that and get your first testimonial and put it there. If you can't get absolutely any testimonial, or if you don't want to do the work, that's okay. Just go ahead and run the landing page and run the traffic through and see how it works. Certifications and awards, though, I think there are very easy ways to do it. Please go ahead and do a Google search on what kind of online certification programs or um, free testimonials or free certification programs that are available. Just get it and put it on. It's a really nice thing to put some badges of certified professional blah 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 on your thing, so that it feels like, yeah, this person is not somebody who's going to take my money and run away. Next is value proposition. You need to have clear sections on your features, and you need to focus on content formatting. Go to the lessons on content formatting on how to present your features. This is basically, you can have a feature grid, you can have alternating layout. You need to be clear on how to you know divide your headlines and text and icons. The second method you can provide your value proposition is paint a vision. You need to go through the lesson on storytelling on this. This is basically helping them visualize what life can be after they use your product or service. This is very powerful. Once you do this, you kind of show them the possibilities of how life can change, because people really lack imagination in their life. Often they are stuck in a rut before using their product or service. So this can help them move on. The last section is make your offer. Just this is very straightforward. Put your price in a nice table. Have a clear call to action. Again, squint your eyes, scroll through the page, and see if the call to action is visible. If not, you need to change the colors and fonts and size of it. Make sure you don't have any hidden prices, hidden charges, because that's just going to hurt your business. Uh, Next, while you're making your offer, remember to raise and clear objections, simply because people are not ready to buy, and the act of paying something is a big deal, especially on the internet. To take out their credit card and put their numbers on a page or some place where they don't know what's going to work. Depending on the price of your product, it might take a lot of convincing among themselves. So you're going to guide them, make the decision. So what you do is you raise certain objections that they might have. Will this work for somebody like me? And describe that somebody, and then write an answer. Another thing you can do is put testimonials if you have. That will help them raise and clear objections themselves. This is very powerful if you have clients who were skeptical, or customers who were skeptical before buying, and then their life changed. And the last part is guarantee. This is very, 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 very important. The more and more products become digital, even if it's not digital, even if it's a service, a guarantee is going to help them seal the deal. It's like the last point where it says, if you provide someone 30-day money back guarantee, they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to work with this person, or I'm going to buy this product. Um, Give it as long as possible. A client of mine once wanted to give a 1 year guarantee because he was so far into the product life cycle. He knew that the right clients will just stick, right? Of course, you're going to get some freeloaders. I suggest don't worry about them. But there's a big difference between offering like a 30-day guarantee and a 14-day guarantee. A friend of mine once ran a test and found out that his signups dropped about 30% by just changing that number. So it does matter. It matters more than you think. Thank you. That's the end of lessons. Leave your questions and comments below, and I'll answer each and every one of them. Or you can wait until our weekly call comes up, and you can talk about your questions over there, however it works. Uh, Thank you, and you can proceed on to your next lesson.